Hey guys, Coach Hunter here with Alicia helping me out today. Today we're going to be talking about the double leg takedown. So it's the one I usually teach people first, okay? Why? Because it's simple, it's effective, and it's important to understand offensively and defensively. This video I think is important both for grapplers and strikers. So if you want to be a striker, if that's your style, if that's what you enjoy, you need to understand at least defensive grappling, and that means in general understanding the basics of offensive grappling. You need to understand what your opponent is trying to do so you can defend it. That is to say, the double leg is the most common takedown in MMA. It's the most common takedown taught along with the single leg in high school wrestling, and it's a common background for people to have in the United States. So if you're thinking about self-defense, it's also important to understand the double leg, both offensively because it's effective and defensively because it's not really like outrageous to assume that someone is going to shoot a double leg on you in a fight. That said, guys, let's go ahead and get into it and start off with our key concept today, which is hand fighting to set up my takedown. Our last video, we talked about hand fighting in broadly. Now it's specifically for the double leg. So getting into our stance here, I need to get rid of these hands, okay? The hands are the simplest way of defending the double leg. If she just posts her hands on my shoulders and I try to shoot here, right, it's gonna be really hard for me to get to her legs with any kind of conviction. So I have to remove that obstacle. So the simplest way of doing that is just bring my hands straight up to their hands, okay? My thumb is going in the middle of the palm. I have my middle and ring finger on the, basically the fold of the wrist, where the wrist meets the hand, okay? That's my grip here. I'm gripping the hand specifically like this for a good reason. If I grab her wrist directly, okay, I can move her arms around, but she can resist, right? She can pull her arms away, simple with our one-on-one grip breaking. By gripping the hands, it's now harder. Okay, there's some flex here in the wrist. She wants to pull her hands away. It's a little harder. And I can think about using my fingers on the back of her, like the back of her hand, to turn her elbows out. Okay, you can see it's a little bit uncomfortable to resist this movement. Okay, it's a little bit kind of a wrist locking type movement. Not like you're not gonna submit someone like this probably, but it's really important to understand that this is uncomfortable. Okay, so by gripping the hands, turning your hands outward. Now I have this kind of big open area to shoot with. So guys, next is our footwork. Okay, we're thinking about stepping. It doesn't matter which foot is forward, which foot is back, which foot I step with. So I can step with my rear foot or my lead foot. I'm gonna step right in between my partner's legs, okay? And I'm going to step to the line of her foot. So see my foot's even with her lead foot or deeper. Really important, I'm not stepping shallow. Now you can finish a shot here with a shallow step, but it's gonna be a lot harder, okay? It's gonna be setting you up for a bad shot. So, I get my grip. I flare the elbows and the hands, removing the hands from their position. I step in nice and deep. So right here, guys, the next step is our shot footwork. So to practice this, I'm just gonna drive my knees straight over my toes to the ground, driving through my partner. See how she moved backward? Really important to have that impact. Okay, that's gonna help me a lot, okay? I change levels, I step in, and I drive through, okay? So, all together, establish my grip. Removing the hands is my hand fighting movement. Step in, drive through, okay? Next thing, guys. Today we're gonna be doing a variation of the double leg called the blast double. Why the blast double? Because it's the simplest version, okay? Easiest to learn. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Now, it's really important to understand the anatomy of the human neck for a second. The human neck is not built like that of like a ram or a bull. Those animals are designed to hit things with the top of their head. We are not like that. If you hit someone with the top of your head, you're going to injure your neck, okay? So we're not gonna charge into my head like this. That's gonna be a really bad neck injury. Okay, I've seen it happen. The human neck is designed to fold forward and backward, okay? So that's what we're gonna be using. Because if I run into somebody and I hit a brick wall, like they're super strong or heavy, and my head folds backward, that might be a sore neck, but not gonna be an injury, okay? If you watch people like doing fail videos and they hit their face and they scorpion over the back, they usually get up and walk away, right? They're fine because their neck is folding backwards. It's as painful as it looks. However, you land on the top of your head, trust me from experience, that's bad, okay? That's what's gonna cause a severe injury. So when I get my hand fighting movement, stepping in, changing levels, I'm gonna drive my face right into the belly. It's very counterintuitive, it feels wrong. But what that is doing is using my head as a leverage point in the plane in which it's strong, okay? So I get the hands, flare the arms, I step in, changing levels, drop my face straight into belly, and my hands go to the back of the knees, okay? So I'm gonna pull in with my hands on the back of the knees, folding them, which is fine for my partner because that's the way they wanna move. They fold this way, right? And I'm driving my face through their belly as I drive my knee to the ground. So there's a lot happening at once, but we can break it up like this. Hand fight, open the hands. Step in, change levels, face connects to belly, hands chop as I drive my knee through, and I get my partner down to the ground. So, hand fight, step, change levels, face enters belly, drop the knees, drive. Okay, we'll do that one more time, or a few more times here, with just kind of running through the motion nice and smoothly. You notice I'm also passing the legs, really important for our next step. One thing I'll mention as well, I could easily put my shoulder through their belly and drive that way. And a lot of people try to do that way at first. The only issue I have with this, and something we should just think about, is my shoulder being here? Yeah, exactly. Alicia already went there. This guillotine is right here, okay? Something that I can anticipate and deal with, but with a new grappler, this is something that is often going to cost you a match. So by putting my face out on the belly, there's no guillotine. That's the other reason we do that way. So guys, putting out there, remember to hand fight, set up your takedown. Shooting from distance with no setup can be done successfully, but typically if you have a strong wrestling background already, and that's something that you practice a million times in the wrestling room. So guys, like this video if you thought it was good, subscribe to our channel to see all of our content, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats.